going to be talking about sharks. Now, these are one of my personal favorite topics, as sharks have kind of a bad reputation, but sharks are way cooler and way better animals than a lot of people make them out to be, as sharks are one of the most efficient predators in the whole ocean, even in the whole world. Now, I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but it's very, very true. So, I'm going to tell you guys about 3 main characteristics that make sharks super efficient. So one thing that sharks have is the chance to regrow their teeth. Now I know us humans can do that about one time, but sharks do that so many times. And the main reason as to why this happens is sharks are made out of something called cartilage. And cartilage is not a very good base for teeth to stay in, especially when sharks are trying to attack moving prey. When that happens, their teeth just fall right out. So, sharks have adapted to have this really cool ability to have a whole good new row of teeth behind every front row of teeth. That way, when they lose teeth, there's a whole row ready to pop back into place, allowing the sharks to be ready to be hunting right after that happens. Thank you, Blair. So, as you can see, not only do sharks have hundreds of thousands of teeth in their mouths, but sharks are also covered in teeth. Now that sounds really weird, but were any of you just at our Stingray Touch pool and might have been able to feel kind of any of our sharks in there, or even a giant shovel-nosed ray? Oh, you were? Yeah, nice, a few of you. So you guys might have been able to feel those, and those are exactly what our sharks feel like, kind of like sandpaper a little bit, and that is actually coming from something that we like to call dermal denticles. Now that's a really big 2 words, but we're going to do a little activity. So anytime that you guys hear me say dermal denticles, you guys are going to say skin teeth, because that is exactly what they are, is skin teeth. Okay, we're going to do a practice round. Is everyone ready? Woo-hoo! Woo! Okay, so sharks have dermal denticles, which are
Skin teeth.
Skin teeth! Perfect! Okay, dermal denticles?
Skin
Skin
teeth.
teeth! Okay, so here we go. I'm going to tell some facts, and you guys are going to call out skin teeth anytime you hear dermal denticles. So, sharks, perfect! So, sharks do have dermal denticles,
Skin teeth.
which allow sharks to actually be really fast and efficient in the water. But these dermal denticles
Skin teeth.
also help sharks to stay healthy in the water, as those dermal denticles
Skin teeth.
make it really hard for little pieces of bacteria or even tiny microorganisms to latch on to the shark's skin and make them sick. So these dermal denticles,
Skin teeth.
wonderful, you guys are acing it. So these do allow sharks to be one of the most efficient apex predators in the oceans. So, wonderful job with that. I will be passing out high fives later, so come and find me. But there's also one more really cool trait that sharks have that make them one of the most efficient, amazing predators in the ocean. And in my opinion, it's pretty cool. So, let's talk about it. So every shark has the ability to sense electrical impulses in the water. And this can happen due to an organ they have in their body called the ampullae of Lorenzini. And no, that is not an Italian dish, but it is actually an organ that sharks have that do allow them to kind of find prey based off of the electrical impulses they are emitting into the water. Now, it may be a bit surprising, but all of us are making electricity every single day. So I have a little activity for us to do. Can everyone rub your hands together really, really fast? Perfect. So yes, when you guys are doing this, you are making electricity. So this is just what sharks are able to find and sense in the water due to their ampullae of Lorenzini. And it's really cool because they will actually rely more heavily on this organ than they will if they see or smell their prey. So as you can see, this ampullae of Lorenzini makes them one of the most efficient predators in the oceans.